Taurus, hi. So this is going to be a reading for September 1st through the 7th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. I would torture you a little bit and play Find the Cat, if you can. Cats, because the one is obvious. But I got 3 cats in this room. And I would really mess with your mind, but I can't do that to you because they're not anywhere here. One of them is behind the chair, and the other one is over there. And then there's Felix. So, man, I should have tortured you a little bit there. Like, come on, spot the cats. Anyways, the overall energy for the reading, the Knight of Pentacles. Kind of a slow, steady type of an energy. Not a bad one, especially for an earth sign. It's kind of like, just doing my thing, just moving forward. Okay. In the recent past, the King of Wands, the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh! I see someone, and then I don't see them anymore because they are, well, their energy is replaced with pain, basically. And then there's you just being, minding your own business. So there's definitely a connection to someone that resulted into pain, and then there you are taken off away from that. In the current situation, the Moon, the 2 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, this is self-care, self-love, and it's been going like that for you for a minute. There's something going on with that Moon there. And I don't know what it is quite yet, but we'll see. Okay. In the immediate future, the 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the 4 of Cups. You're working on something. It's something that you want to work on. It's not like anybody's forcing you to do this. It's like, no, I'm here for this. But you are upset about something, and I don't know what about, but we shall see. So, let's clarify. Let's do the King of Pentacles. For the King of Pentacles, you get the Judgment card, the Knight of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles. So many stretchings from the invisible cats. Can't tell who it was. Anyways. You're trying to make something right here. You're bringing in an intention to bring balance to a situation, a sense of equal give and take. You're very invested in this emotionally. You are taking your sweet time with it though. So it may take a minute or 2 or 10 years. But it's, that's the goal. That's the intention here. Alright, let's do the King of Wands in the recent past. The 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Swords. Okay, so whoever this is, or was, because apparently they were, brought in not only, man, this feels good, this connection to whoever. There was a sense of stability, almost a sense of, it's very hard to tell because I feel like you didn't get to create that sense of stability, but for some reason it felt stable. It feels like you didn't have that time to create that foundation. But that foundation from an energetic standpoint felt like it was in place. Like one of those, where you meet someone and it's like, and then not even romantic, anything, really. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like I've known you my whole life type of a deal, That's kind of how this comes through. However, all of that was challenged at some point. I see you starting to question that at some point in time. And really stressing out about who knows what that created potentially a lot of stress over the situation altogether. Okay. Let's do the 3 of Swords. Wow. The Sun, the Fool, the Hierophant. Man. Like, energetically, from a higher self perspective, you're 100% invested in this. You're like, everything about this feels right. You know, not only right, it feels happy. And then there's pain. So what the hell happened? I almost heard you being like, ask them. I don't know. Ask them. I didn't do anything. No, you're probably not saying I didn't do anything, but something happened. That this pain is there. Instead of this that I'm seeing your soul basking in this happiness. But for the Nine of Pentacles, in the recent past, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Star. Alright, so there you are on your own at some point, being like, okay, well, whatever experience this is, we're moving past it. Painful, we'll put it to the side. So I'm going to start to worry myself, to concern myself only with things that are good for me, including, I think you started with that process of self-love over there, but you are giving me a sense of partnership. Like, you're not just, because of that experience, kind of shutting everything off and being like, I never want to get attached to anybody ever again. No, you are welcoming partnerships, but only the ones that feel right and that are on the same path, you know, towards where you need to go. If they're gonna join your path and be helpful on your path, good. You're like, okay, let's go. If not, no, you're not welcoming of those. Okay, so anything that would make sense in terms of partnership, you would be welcoming too. But in order to figure that one out, what is welcoming, what's not, you had to invest a little time in yourself there, which I feel like that's where you started with, again, that sense of self-love and putting yourself first. In the current situation for the moon, you get the Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, right now you're showing up as giving your energy someplace where the question is, over that place, why are you giving your energy there? Because there's nothing there or something like that. So you're physically putting effort and energy into something that's no longer there. The road ended for whatever that was probably a while ago, because it's at a stop. It's at a full stop, whatever that was. Well, still is, because you're still investing in it, but it's no longer there. So, okay. The thing is, it's showing up under the moon, which is telling me that some part of you, some big part of you, knows that you're doing that you're still investing into something that's not going anywhere. But you're trying to not reveal it, not give it away. Like, you know, no, I'm not doing that. You know you are. And that could apply to any area of your life. So I don't know what we're talking about there, but you know, but apparently you don't, which you lie. You do. For the Two of Wands, in the current situation, you get the Hermit, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. You know, because you're showing it to me here. It's going from the Eight of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles, where it feels like it's harder and harder to give in that direction, even though you still are, but you're not. You know, you're looking into that, actually. You're looking deeply into that. Somehow it has to do with the past situation there. I don't know to what extent. I feel like indirectly it's tied up to all of that. Okay. Let me do the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords. You've stepped off the path of self-love and putting yourself first. You just didn't notice it. You started it back there. You were doing good. And then at some point you just veered off of it. But you're still claiming that, no, I'm there. I'm doing that. Yet, no, you got the Five of Swords clarifying that. So you lie, basically. You're way up in your head, and there's almost a sense of just not only not loving yourself, but not trusting yourself, not believing in yourself. Like if you were to really be honest with yourself there, like there's almost a sense of disconnect from you to you. And I think it's coming from this place, because if we put our energy into a place that is no longer there, basically, there's nothing coming back. So all we end up doing is pouring our energy there. And at some point, we're going to get depleted. And at some point, we're going to get exhausted. And at some point, we're going to get to the point of, what the fuck am I doing? Which you're not there yet. But at some point, we are going to be depleted to the extent of, what am I worth? What am I, why? You know, it's going to come back to you and your self-worth. It's starting to do that there. So what is this place you're giving to? That's taken you off the path of self-love. Let's do the Seven of Pentacles in the immediate future. The King of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Tower. Well, this is a part in which you gotta be brutally honest with yourself, and no matter how much it may suck, count your losses here and be like, okay, well, you know, is it time for me to face the reality of what's going on here? I think it is. I think at this point it is. And you're not liking that, but instead of keep on, you know, you can't keep on giving to this place, whatever this is. And you know that. And you've known that for a while, but you got to reach your own conclusions in your own time. So even if you knew this for like 10 years, who the hell cares? You weren't there in that place of, oh, you know? So you're getting very, very close to that place here. Let's do the Queen of Swords. You get the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Cups. And that's the Knight of Pentacles there. That's what you're doing. Basically, this Knight of Pentacles, this I'm just doing my thing, one day at a time type of a thing. You're coming out of this place, which, translation, you stop giving to the place that is no longer there. It's in the physical, I think it's still there, because otherwise you wouldn't give to it. But from an energetic standpoint, the end line for whatever this experience is, you've passed it a while ago. And this is you coming to that realization, and not only that, but doing something about it. So this is you starting to move on. Stop giving in that direction and start moving on. And it sucks. It doesn't feel good. But it sucks even more when you get stuck here, you know? For the Four of Cups in the immediate future, you get the Page of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Empress. And it's going to be bumpy. It's going to be, you know, you're going to have days in which you'll see that light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going to be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, okay, let's go. And there's going to be days in which there'll be resistance on your end. There's going to be fighting against, no, I got to stay here and I still got to give to this and whatever. And again, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about here with this experience. You know, and you knew from the get-go what this experience is. It's your navigating through it that I'm looking at here. You know, where initially it's like, oh, I don't know. And then it's like, oh, yeah, no, I know, because I'm working on it. And then it's like, okay, I got to do something about it, you know? And then when you start doing something about it, as I said, it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy road there, but, you know, at least you're starting to move out of this place that ultimately I feel like it kind of kept you stuck. From the universe for you, as a final advice, you get the Six of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant. I'm glad to see this energy here, because that's exactly what you're doing. Slowly but surely, you're kind of creating some space here between you and whatever this experience is. And you have your perception shown up in an energy of super open to learning from this experience, to not to just say, hey, this sucked and it kept me stuck for so long, and pointing fingers towards whatever this experience and being like, oh no, it sucks. No. You're like, okay, you know, it took me this long to figure it out. It's fine. I got to learn this, that, and the other from it. So, good. Good that you're walking away from this angle, from this perspective. Okay, so that's what's going on. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.